After an argument, my son left me at a bus stop with no money. A blind man whispered, "Pretend to be my wife. My driver is coming. Your son will regret leaving you." I froze on the bench, purse empty because my son Darnell had taken my wallet that morning claiming he needed gas money. We had fought in the car about his wife Priya telling me I wasn't welcome at Sunday dinners anymore. He pulled over 3 miles from home, reached across me, opened my door, and said, "Get out." I was 64 years old in house slippers with no phone because he had been holding it since last week to monitor my screen time. The blind man sat one bench over holding a white cane. He had heard everything through the open window before Darnell sped off. "Please," he said quietly, not turning his head. "Just for 10 minutes. My name is Wendell. Follow my lead." A black Lincoln pulled up before I could answer. The driver got out, opened the rear door, and Wendell stood holding his arm out for me. I took it. I do not know why. Something about the way he had said, "Your son will regret leaving you," made me want to see what happened next. Inside the car, Wendell told the driver the usual route home, then turned toward me. "My housekeeper quit this morning. My daughter keeps threatening to put me in a facility. When we pull up to my house, there will be a woman on the porch. That is my daughter. Tell her you are my new wife and we married at the courthouse on Tuesday." I almost laughed. "Sir, I just met you. I know, but you need somewhere to go tonight, and I need her to leave me alone for one evening so I can find my attorney's number without her rifling through my desk. One night, guest room, hot meal. Tomorrow I call you a car wherever you need to go, and I pay you $600 for your time." I thought about my son's driveway, the locked front door, Priya's face in the window last Christmas when I brought the wrong cookies. Fine. The house was enormous. On the porch stood a woman in a cream blazer holding a clipboard like it was a weapon. Wendell stepped out first and I followed, his hand finding my arm like we had done this 1,000 times. "Dad, who is this?" "This is my wife, Constance. Constance, my daughter, Meredith." Meredith's mouth opened and closed. "You're what?" "We married Tuesday. I was going to call." "You married a stranger." "She is not a stranger to me." Meredith looked me up and down, house slippers and all, and something ugly crossed her face. "Dad, whatever she told you, whatever she promised, you need to understand she is after your money." I opened my mouth to agree with her, to break character, because this had gone far enough, but Wendell squeezed my arm once and I remembered the $600 and the guest room and my son's taillights disappearing. "I have my own money," I said. It came out steadier than I expected. Meredith spent 40 minutes on the porch making calls. Wendell walked me inside and closed the door. "Thank you." He exhaled like he had been holding his breath for a year. "The guest room is upstairs, second door. There are clothes in the closet that should fit. My late wife's sister left them." He paused. "Constance, can I ask what your real name is?" "Yolanda." "Yolanda, your son took your wallet and my phone. Does he have power of attorney over anything of yours?" I stopped on the stairs. "He has me on his bank account. He said it was easier for bills." Wendell was quiet for a long moment. "My attorney is coming tomorrow at 10. I'd like you to meet him, not as my wife, as someone who may need her own attorney soon." I slept in that guest room better than I had slept in 2 years. In the morning there was coffee and a soft robe and a man named Curtis in a brown suit sitting across from me with a legal pad. Curtis explained what a joint bank account meant when the other name on it had been making withdrawals. He explained what my phone being monitored actually was. He explained that the house Darnell lived in was in my name because I had signed it over 3 years ago, when he said the mortgage was drowning him. Curtis said we could fix most of it. Some of it would take longer. That afternoon, Wendell's driver took me to my son's house with Curtis in the passenger seat and a locksmith in a second car. Darnell opened the door holding his coffee. His face did 3 different things when he saw me, and then Curtis, and then the locksmith already walking past him toward the back door. Mom, what is this?" I handed him the envelope Curtis had prepared. "That is a notice that you have 30 days to vacate my property. The joint account is closed. My phone is in that bag. Do not call the number I had." "Mom, come on. We had a fight, that's all. I was coming back for you in an hour." "You were not." Priya appeared behind him. "Who are these people?" "My attorney," I said. Darnell's voice cracked. "Mom, please, just come inside and talk." I looked at him for a long time. "Next Sunday I am having dinner with a friend. You are not invited." I got back in the car. Wendell was waiting on his porch when we pulled up. He could not see me, but he turned toward the sound of the door. "Yolanda, still here. Good."